Well, as some of you may know if you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, this Friday is my last day at KCAU and in broadcasting in general. I've accepted a sales job over in Des Moines to be closer to my fiance. It's definitely a bittersweet time, as I will miss a ton of things in the sports world, but mostly the people, especially here in Siouxland. Now, one other big thing I'll miss is Top 5 Plays. Tonight is the 40th time I've done Top 5 here at KCAU-9, and in celebration, I'll be counting down my favorite plays in my time here. Let's check them out. My Top 5 Plays in my time at KCAU-9. Of course, all made by local athletes. Play number 5 comes from the Bandits home opener back on March 18th this year. I've said for years, I never understand why players, especially offensive players, wear long hair. You are just asking for this. Wesley Johnson making Darren Clark rethink long hair. Making the tackle by the Dreads on 4th down. Ouch. This has to be painful. Now, again, if you're a defensive back, okay, you can have some long hair, but a running back, why risk it? Man, what a heads-up play from Johnson making the tackle. To play number 4, this comes from September 15th, 2017. Ponca taking on Oakland Craig. Logan Kingsbury is rolling out, going for the end zone. Now, Jefferson McNeil of Oakland Craig makes what looks like a pick, but Dalton Tremaine rips it away for the score? It's initially ruled a touchback, but after some discussion, it is a touchdown. One of the craziest plays in my time here. The Indians would also go on to grab the win in this one, 28-20, thanks to an incredible display of hustle from one Dalton Tremaine. To play number 3, this comes from the Heelan Western Christian football match this September. First ever meeting between these two, and Heelan's Jared Sitzman made it one to remember, especially here. The one-armed INT looking like OBJ. Another look at this one. Man, it's hard enough catching a football standing still. Sitzman did it while chasing a defender, turning around, and falling backwards. This is one of the best catches at any level I've ever seen in my 8 years in broadcasting. To play number 2, this comes from the 2017 8-man championship. Remsen St. Mary's taking on Don Bosco. Going for it on 4th and 8. The Hawks quarterback Derek Short escapes a couple tackles before being wrapped up. He somehow then tosses it forward to Brody Rickey, who then, as he goes for the end zone, coughs it up. But in comes Matthew Benash, who scoops it and scores. Just like Coach drew it up, right? 20 seconds of pure madness leads to points. Now, the Hawks would ultimately fall short of their ultimate goal, but to this day, one of the craziest plays I've seen, not only in my time here at KCAU-9, but in my career, period. I will never forget that play. And finally, my play number 1, call me a sap, but it's definitely a favorite. This past April, I had a chance to go down to the Masters in Augusta, Georgia, and I came back somehow with a fiance. My then girlfriend, now fiance Erin, scored tickets in the Masters lottery for the Wednesday practice round and par 3 contest. She and I both avid golfers, which made this a proposal to remember. Definitely a life-changing moment, one I was so glad to be able to share, obviously with her, but everyone in Siouxland as well. She is, of course, the number 1 in my heart, and so are you people at home. It is such a blessing to be able to finish my broadcasting career in the same city that it started in. I just have to thank everyone for an incredible run.